These are the most heart-stopping moments from 2023. In October, a 7-year-old came face-to-face with a black bear while riding his scooter. The bear approached the boy. Without panicking, the boy stared the animal down until the bear stopped in his tracks. Then, out of nowhere, a neighbor appeared with his arms raised. He fearlessly approached the animal and engaged the bear in a game of hide and seek. The neighbor pursued the bear from behind the car until the animal finally got spooked and ran away.
It got so quiet in here. How did I...
Alexsey, Reyes, and Nathan Reeves from Houston, Texas were lucky to safely walk away from this crash they caught on tape in March.
Yeah, we're chilling. Everyone's good. Holy... Oh my God. What the just happened, dude? How did I...
In May, it was absolute terror when a passenger opened an airplane door mid-flight. 194 passengers were on board. The plane was 600 feet off the ground, minutes from landing in South Korea when it happened. Les Trent explains.
Witnesses say the passenger was sitting next to the emergency door. He apparently showed no signs that anything was wrong when he suddenly removed a plastic cover, pulled a lever, and the door slid open.
Afterwards, 9 people were treated at the hospital for breathing difficulties.
I see him! I see him!
In July, heroes raced to save a man who'd just fallen off the Ambassador Bridge that connects Detroit, Michigan to Canada. Spencer Baker fell 150 feet into the Detroit River. A family nearby saw it all happen and went looking for help.
You see somebody? Yeah, he right there. Somebody just got He was working on the bridge.
We heard really loud banging on our side door and people yelling that somebody had fallen from the bridge. They were pointing to help us. They're like, there he is, there he is.
I see him. Get him, get him, get him. Right there. They got him, they got him.
He really wasn't swimming. He was just bobbing in the river and he had no life jacket. And once we got him out, we put a blanket on him and just reassured him. He just kept asking why was he wet and what happened to him over and over again. I said, you fell off a bridge.
Yeah, he's breathing.
I remember falling and I was just thinking that this is it, man, my life's over. I'm never gonna get to see my daughter again.
The people that really deserve the credit were those folks in the park that saw him fall and did something.
These friends were enjoying the 4th of July when a truck pulled up and someone threw a firework directly at them.
It blew up the first time and then it did that big spark at the very end, which of course scared all of us.
Once I got a clear sight of this large firework, I had about a split second before it popped off and then truly blew up.
This woman grabbed her leg after getting burnt.
You okay? Hey, you okay? I went and helped with the kids that were there, make sure that they were okay.
In March, a New Jersey house exploded with 6 firefighters inside.
The house literally lifted off the foundation and came back down. It was like the Wizard of Oz.
Miraculously, all 6 of the firefighters survived.
Where you guys at? Where's the baby? Where you guys at?
In June, officers saved the day when a little girl was unresponsive after falling into a swimming pool.
Come on. Come on.
They searched for signs of life and patted her back.
There you go. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go, baby. Come on, baby. I got a beat. She's her heartbeat.
After 40 seconds, medics took over.
We were just seconds away from where the call was at. Right place, right time.
Come on, baby.
In February, this car went airborne on a Georgia highway. As police responded to an accident, they witnessed a wild crash on the other side of the road. A car slammed into the back of a tow truck and flew through the air. It soared about 120 feet before hitting another car when it landed. The 21-year-old driver survived but had severe injuries. In March, a teenager was spotted driving over 100 miles an hour before this frightening crash. Police in England say the 19-year-old joyride could have taken lives. The driver swerved dangerously between lanes as police pursued his vehicle. A swerve at the wrong time sent the car slamming into a 29-ton truck. Fortunately, the truck driver and the police officer only had minor injuries. The 19-year-old was in a coma for 4 days following the collision. In April, a school bus driver began feeling faint. She fanned herself with her hat, then called headquarters. Before she could pull over, she lost consciousness. That's when the 7th grader, Dylan Reeves, jumped into action. He ran forward, grabbed the wheel, and stopped the bus with 60 students.
Someone call 911. Now.
In January, a pickup truck crashed into the lobby of a police station in Colorado. Surveillance video showed the silver Chevrolet Silverado driving to the front of the police station and then plowing through, shattering glass and sending debris everywhere. An officer held out his gun, pointing it at the driver. He stepped out of the truck with his arms up and was ordered to the ground. Then police swarmed and arrested him. In February, a puppy leaped out of a moving car on a busy Los Angeles freeway right into speeding traffic. Jim Murray explains.
The dog's owner says Sophie was in the front seat of his Tesla when he rolled down the window to let in some air. That's when he says the dog suddenly leaped out of the car.
Sophie's owner, Ryan Kramer, and his family pulled over to the side of the road. The camera on their Tesla recorded them as they looked for her. Then they returned to their car, carrying Sophie.
I see her on the side, and fortunately a gentleman behind me had stopped also and put on his blinkers and kind of slowed down traffic.
Sophie suffered a fractured hip from her jump, but was otherwise A-OK. In March, fierce wind blasted this apartment building, then suddenly,
a couch just flew.
A couch?
It almost hit that guy right there.
The couch flew off a balcony of another building and it landed right on the San Francisco street.
When I saw it fall to the floor, there's a guy standing, 10 feet away or 15 feet away maybe. That became really surreal.
In January, this couple ran for their lives as an intense tornado whipped around them. They didn't know whether to stay or seek shelter outside their RV.
Baby, come on.
They decided it was too dangerous inside their vehicle. The woman grabbed their 2 dogs and ran right into the tornado and into a watery ditch. Allie Chapman posted after the disaster.
As you can see, we're safe, we're standing, we're good.
Oh my gosh.
In February, a witness took down a fleeing drunk driver.
You killed somebody!
The suspect had just blown through a red light in a Dallas suburb, slamming head-on into a family of 4.
Stay right there! You see what you did?
The driver was killed, and his wife and their 2 sons were badly injured.
There's a car accident, a Jeep out into an Impala.
Several other Good Samaritans came to the rescue. In June, a guy hiking on a narrow trail in Oregon heard a faint cry for help in the distance. He raced toward the sound and found a young woman holding on to her mom who had just slipped down the trail.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. I got her by the foot.
He grabbed her other foot.
Mom, it's gonna be okay.
Mom was willing to sacrifice herself, fearing she would pull her daughter over the edge.
No.
You're
not going anywhere.
I got you.
You gotta hold on both feet.
I can't. I only have one arm.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Oh, Mom. Oh, crap.
I'm pulling you up. I'm sorry. I'm pulling you up.
Mom, let him
Here.
help.
Let your feet go down. Let your feet go down.
I am.
Give me your other arm.
Thank you.
I'm gonna try to get under your armpit here. Ready?
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a big hoist here. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Oh my God.
It was a dire situation. By the time I got to her, her daughter having one arm was definitely at a disadvantage to hang on to her, but she did an awesome job. I was definitely in the right place at the right time.
In April, Tyler Morrell was delivering a large pepperoni pizza to a customer when a speeding car suddenly skidded onto a lawn across the street.
Oh! So then I hear the screech, and that's what catches my attention.
The suspected car thief tried to make a run for it. That's when Tyler made a split-second decision.
I was on the sidewalk, so right here, I hit him. Right. And he goes flying. Probably the coolest thing I've ever done in my life.
In October, masked gunmen got a nasty surprise from a Seattle homeowner. They pushed against the door and tried to kick it in, but they weren't prepared for what happened when the door gave way. One invader hits the deck as the homeowner fires through the outer glass door. All 3 suspects take off running. In February, 2 powerful earthquakes struck Turkey and Syria. This reporter was doing a live shot when a strong aftershock hit. He fled with everyone, and when the cameraman turned around, you could see what a close call it was. Then the reporter ran back to help a family emerging from the debris. He grabbed a child in his arms and tried to comfort her. This is Inside Edition Digital.